Hello world, my name is Irrelevant and I'm a Christian. Let me share with you a little insight which God shone his light on to me the other day. It's John chapter 13 verses 1 to 17. John chapter 13 verses 1 to 17. I encourage you to have a read for that for yourself when you're able to. For some this is probably a well-known bit. Jesus washes his disciples' feet. Back then everyone walked everywhere and didn't have shoes and socks on. Those dusty roads made their feet dirty. It would be the modern day equivalent of washing your friends' cars when they all popped over for a meal. Now, Jesus is the Son of God, a brilliant teacher to these disciples, the Messiah. When he finished washing their feet, he told them they should wash one another's feet. Verse 14. There is so much in this. Jesus is preaching his kingdom come, the upside down kingdom. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. He humbled himself and did the job of a servant. And so he calls us to humble ourselves and to serve one another. Some of you may be thinking, yeah, I've heard that before and I know that. Well, that's great, and I encourage you to keep putting that into action. But the thing that God newly highlighted to me was to look at the spiritual hints Jesus was dropping. In verse 10, Jesus used the words, though not every one of you is clean. And verse 11 goes on to show that Jesus knew and was on about Judas's impending betrayal. 1 John 1 verse 9 says this, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. The word cleanse is used here and thoroughly through the Bible to signify being cleaned of our sin. This is a world of sin we walk around in, and we need that washed from our feet. Jesus washed feet and washed our sins away. When we find ourselves dirty from worldly ways, ask Jesus for cleansing and ask him for the help to become humbled and servant-like. Let's not forget, Jesus told us to go and wash each other's feet, just as Jesus did for these disciples. Ephesians 4 verse 32 sums this up very well. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as Christ, God, forgave you. And just in case you missed that link that God highlighted to me, the link is that Jesus forgave our sins and he washed our feet clean. And then he said, go and wash each other's feet, therefore forgive each other.